Well, most of you people know me off of Instagram, Tumblr, or Twitter, offending, you know, some celebrity because apparently my tweets can get viewed by celebrities fairly quickly. Um, you know, I haven't did this in quite a while, and since my two posts a couple, I think it was last week and a couple. The last one was Father's Day. And I used to do posts quite a few years ago. I've just gotten away from some things that I used to like to do a lot. And so, this is very rough. And, they probably going to continue to be rough. But one of the things that I notice in the world is that, there's not a whole lot of, you don't get a whole lot of black gay man's opinions and views on things outside of Twitter and or YouTube for that matter. And if you can point me in the direction of some that's more mainstream outside of BuzzFeed, please do. I'm all about feedback. Um, so this is, and yes, I'm up here with my shirt off, man, titties out, cause I just don't care. I have had a very turbulent, past year, and it. I saw this interview today with Amanda Seals on the Breakfast Club, and it made me decide to get back into doing these types of videos and things like that. Everybody has an opinion, just like an asshole. Everybody has one, and probably every week I'm gonna talk about some things, say some things, maybe even get my friends involved if I can. Um, just so there's a round table of black gay men, talking about things, giving their opinions. Um, and let me take that back. The Male Media Mind on YouTube is a good show. Um, that features black gay men talking about current events that people should watch. And the Big Boy Project, who actually liked um, my Father's Day video and told me I should make more videos. After watching that Amanda Seals on the Breakfast Club, I was like, people always tell me I should do things like this or make more videos like that because I have an opinion. But I'm like, everybody has an opinion. What do I have to say that's so much more special or different from anybody else's? And then I watch somebody like Joe Budden, and I'm like, okay, well, if he can do it, I should be able to do it too. So, like, no tea, no shade, but it's like someone said, I don't know when Joe Budden became the purveyor of all things hip hop. I don't know who handed him that torch, but it is apparently handed over to him. So, this is just sort of like an introductory back into me doing these types of things because I've always wanted to do these types of things. I'll be more clothed as they go along, but I'll be talking about a slew of things by myself, with friends, maybe even with family, because we talk about a lot of politics and current pop things and stuff like that. And I'm a wealth of knowledge on those things for no reason, apparently. So, like I said, I seen the Amanda Seals on the Breakfast Club, and I was like, and she was like, just living in your truth and living in what you want to do. And I was like, that's very true. I'm in a point in my life, I am older, and I lived my life for so long, from which I think is an issue some of us black men, especially black gay men, have. We try to take care of our families and friends, and we forget about taking care of our needs, and then we wake up one day and we're not where we want to be at or need to be at in our lives. And I'm getting to a point to where I'm getting to where I want to be at. Um, you know, I recently had a relationship breakup, which is a whole nother topic of things, and I'm not going to get into because I didn't want this video to be all super long. So that'll be for another day. But getting out of their relationship, I realized how much I sacrificed that relationship, trying to be there for everything else and trying to improve on myself and not putting in enough energy into that. Um, so I wanted to start putting energy into things that I like to do, into brands that I support, or into other black gay artists that I like to support and show love to. So if this gets any type of views or people watching, that's what I will be doing on a weekly basis, maybe even on a daily basis as things come to me, because sometimes I just want to talk about things and get them out. And maybe, this is a way of being therapy for me. And I'm always up for a conversation, respectful dialogue. Hell, sometimes even mean dialogue, because I don't care. Like, let's call a thing a thing. You may not always agree with me. You may not always, you know, support what I'm saying. But it's just like this old Cardi B thing tonight. People talking about she calling girls roaches and talking about the trans community. The one thing I've learned from this old Donald Trump fiasco is sometimes, especially when it comes to musical artists, friends, family, that you have to, if you want them to be in your life and to be friends and family or like their musical artists, sometimes you're not going to agree with what they're saying or what they said. People can pick up, anybody can become famous nowadays, and people pick up tweets from 3-4 years ago that are insensitive. Not saying that it was right at the time, but if she's apologized and learned from it, then what's the problem? Am I a personal big Cardi B fan? No. I said it on my Facebook page. I don't like Bodak Yellow. I just don't get it. I don't even know what the fuck a Bodak is. I thought she said Kodak. I'm like, the film? So, to each his own. So, you got to you got to give people some wire, because, y'all give the Kardashians a whole lot more wire and they do a whole lot more things that offend me and people in general. So, I think, you got to cut her some slack. But to wrap up, this rambling, I want to say that, whatever you feel like doing or whatever you want to do, you should go out there and do. Especially if you have the opportunity and means to do it. A lot of us don't have the opportunity and means or technology or internet to, do some random shit like this and offer our just random opinion. But I'm saying you should, if you have those opportunities. So, like I said, I'll be back maybe later tonight when I think about something, especially when I see some political stuff on TV, because I'm tired of all of these other black people getting up here on Twitter supporting Trump and just acting like, race issues don't exist. I think it's the most ignorant thing to sit there and pretend like they don't, because they do. And if you think it's hilarious to walk around, talking about I eat fried chicken with chicken and watermelon t-shirts, you're drinking their Kool-Aid and thinking that, there aren't sides to pick, because there is, or one day you're going to be put in a situation where you're going to have to pick a side. And it could be at work, friends, whatever. And, you can't let that type of stupidity reign supreme. So, this is my introduction to back of all of this. So, hopefully some people will watch, some people will listen. I get some likes. Won't always be naked, showing off my tattoos, but you never know. I'm a pretty naked, body positive person anyway.